where is SS Sniper Wolf from? Sniper Wolf is British American by nationality, but also she is of Greek and Turkish descent, with her father being Greek and her mother Turkish. Oh, that explains everything. The longest rivalry known to man is constantly waging war inside of her. Also kind of explains how she can be pretty hot and cold at times. I wonder if the Greek-Turkish international relationship now just got even more heated, since both sides are obviously going to be fighting to not claim her. Mr. Durnell, how was the leader of No Germany called? Meanwhile, me. I mean, that's exactly the way I learned it. Did you guys learn a different way? It is a little bit strange that there is still a region in Germany known as Hilter. You'd think they would have changed that. Denmark just got a new tourism ad.
Denmark is the brand. Denmark is the man of the smart people.
That's
the
right.
people of Denmark, they are very smart.
That's
I
right.
love Denmark.
That's right. Oh man, I gotta go here now. Who even needs
It's
Lego
not just
commercials when you got
Denmark
this
is
guy?
the-
I need to know his opinion on Sweden now.
What
Someone
the
said
fuck? Why are you
average
guys so
Finland
surprised?
citizen.
You should have seen this coming ages ago. I watched Forsen. I have no friends. I'm from Finland. I'm an alcoholic. Like somewhere
Well-
down the spiral, I was gonna start wearing dresses.
But
And I'm in computer science.
to be fair,
Okay.
well, to be fair, I thought all Finns were alcoholics. That one, shouldn't be a part of the equation. Average Helsinki resident, God, I wish. I think we're all somewhere located on that same spiral as well. Lord, grant me the confidence of this Romanian geography textbook. We have what I believe is Eastern Europe in Romanian, Northern Europe in Romanian, Norway #1. There's Central Europe and Western Europe, and down here we have all which they consider is Southern Europe. I really love that this textbook did some geography gymnastics to include Romania in Central Europe. Oh, along with Moldova as well. They just really did not want to be a part of the South or East, did they? Drunken Brits could be banned from Spain's Balearic Islands. Local government chiefs mule fresh bid to crack down on anti-social behavior by tourists. I've been hearing a lot here in Spain that they are not a big fan of British tourists. Probably don't like Americans much either, but I heard we're lower on their despise list. Maybe. I mean, what Europe searches about the UK? Austria asks, is England a country? The Czechs, Englishmen, are sailors? Denmark, why do English judges wear wigs? Finland, why are they called Britain in the Olympics? That is actually a pretty good question, Finland. France, why do we call the English roast beef? Germany, why are the British so wow. Germany and their blunt sense of humor. Greece, English is a Greek dialect. Hungary, why do the English put milk in their tea? Ireland, what do Scottish people look like? What? Italy, why are the British dirty? Lithuania, why do Englishmen drive down the left side? Netherlands, why are the British so ugly? Poland, why is British flour so strange? Portugal, why are the English crybabies? You know, I'm really starting to understand Brexit now. Spain, the English are strange. It's not even a Google question. I'm just making a statement to the internet. Sweden, why has England got 2 flags? Not all of them were bad. This is
the UK
apparently
as a
what
Japanese
a
person.
Japanese British
What was it like?
accent sounds like.
What was it like? I was not living in London. I was living
Wow.
in Leeds. So around me was
Leeds,
everyone
specific
from UK,
Leeds,
not
British
like another
accent.
country. So I don't know. That was really comfortable because everyone really friendly.
Why
really
is it that I've
open-minded.
only ever heard a Japanese American English accent? Why is this so crazy to me?
Yeah, I just really love it.
Anything that was
You can
different
hear-
from Japan.
Different from Japan. It's completely different because it's a building is really
Oh man, this
kinda
is
like it looks like
that is she's got such an interesting accent. I've never heard that before. Leeds and Japan, 2 places where they don't speak English. Oh no, Xi Jinping lost his hair. Can you help him find it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 4 depends on his power level. Number 5 is clearly Zhang Zina. Was he previously a painter that lived in Austria? I don't know. Maybe number 6. USA math team Olympics beats China for the first time in 20 years. It's been a long time since I've felt this patriotic. I found out 21 was divisible by 7, and I immediately stopped taking math seriously. Big tech threatening to leave the EU be like, this is my last warning. If you don't back down with regulations, I'm gonna shoot. Apparently the EU is threatening to ban Twitter or X. I do honestly feel like the vast majority of Europeans don't care. When another big tech company threatens to leave Europe, EU, oh no! Anyways, their stubbornness probably doesn't always pay off. There's probably times where this is kind of annoying, actually. But as an American, thank you so much for forcing Apple to do this USB-C change. This is my neighbor Montenegro. He is a pain in my ass. He has sea, I have sea. He has mountains, I have mountains. He has Serbs, I do not. Great success. That's all you had to tell Croatia for them to feel like they got the dub. Croatia, for historical reasons, is not a fan of the Serbs. Pretty sure Croatia does have some Serbs, though. Hey, Greece, asks Turkey, we want some islands too. Haha, how about no? Greece literally took, like, all of them. There's a few that Turkey have, but it's like less than a handful. Geographically speaking, Turkey has about 500 islands, which is pretty good still, but that's still nowhere near Greece's power level. Oh no, now whenever I think of Greece and Turkey, I'm gonna think about Sniper Wolf. It's not fair. How often every year do Europeans go to the doctors? Sweden is among the lowest at 2. Pretty average levels out of Spain, France, and Italy. And then there's Germany, 10 times a year. That is almost once a month, Germany. Like, are you like a hypochondriac or something? To be fair, Slovakia is leading the list though. Western Europeans looking at raw meat. Meanwhile, the same Western Europeans looking at raw meat, but in France. What even is that? Oh, okay. I'm also learning that apparently it's way more common in Europe to eat raw types of meat than in the US. Uncooked cuts from horses, chickens, and goats are presented as small delicacies on the tables from Europe to Japan. What? I'm sorry. Western Europeans looking at raw fish. Meanwhile, those same Western Europeans looking at raw fish in Japan. Oh, but this is a very famous dish. I mean, there are a lot of Europeans that like this. There's a lot more people that like this. This is really like just memeing the US as well. I am a very picky eater. I know, it sounds like I'm barely an adult. Famous quotes from the former Prince Philip. Made sure to say things to keep everyone happy. You're too fat to be an astronaut, he told a 13-year-old boy. If you stay here any longer, you'll all be okay. Everybody was saying we must have more leisure. Now they're all complaining they are unemployed. You are a woman, aren't you? He told to a woman in Kenya. The best part about this is we all know he didn't think he was saying anything wrong. This is just how he had conversations. The country Egypt normally on the political compass. The country Egypt when there is a conflict in Gaza. Finally, the country Egypt when asked to open its borders to Gaza. Seems to be a little bit of a back and forth here, I guess. When I start to notice an increase of Army and Navy adverts online. I'm really hoping this is just one of those things where, like, you know, WW3 is looming over our heads, so we're just noticing the draft more often. I mean, I hope it doesn't turn into a draft. China will make Pearl Harbor look like a joke with hypersonics, lol. How did the USA respond to Pearl Harbor? How did the USA respond to Pearl Harbor? He's just gonna keep repeating the question if you don't answer him. We do take our boats extremely seriously. We literally gave Japan 2 new sons. The UN's regional groups. So we have some pretty obvious ones. The African group, the Latin American group, even the Asia and Pacific group over here combined. But wait a second. Eastern Europe and Western Europe? Western European and other groups, he says, looking at, I guess, Turkey and Greece. Are we specifically reacting to Turkey? I guess that's for Turkey, I'm assuming. I mean, to be fair, it does say Western European and others. Meanwhile, that group literally has countries from 4 different continents. I don't even know what to say. Australians who refuse to adopt aspects of American culture versus those who already have. Oh, these are the Australians who have already been infected by the American virus. Meanwhile, the final survivors. No matter how bad it gets in Australia and New Zealand, it can't ever get as bad as whatever they're dealing with in Canada. They've just been trying so hard to find themselves up there. I don't know why it's funny to me. Like, it's just, we got beavers, hockey, maple syrup. Okay. Images to explain the current situation in Europe. Here are the Nordic countries. Here's Scotland and Wales carrying England. Here's Liechtenstein, Austria, Switzerland, and Germany all getting along. Portugal, Italy, Spain all laughing at France. Norway about to murder Sweden. The besties in Benelux celebrating their friendship. Italy and Greece as the emo countries? I don't know. Northern Europe with the gang all here. And finally, Iceland, who's kind of just chilling by themselves. Iceland really is kind of that loner that a lot of people forget about. I don't even really blame them. Ooh, a nice German bedtime story. There once was a boy who didn't want to eat his soup. He starved to death. Good night. Alright, well, probably should have known where that was going. Meanwhile, in the US state of Kansas, it's even better in person. Man, oh man, how am I exactly gonna spend my time here? There's just so much to do. There's a part of me that actually does want to visit Kansas, ironically. There's gotta be something cool there to see, right? There's gotta be something. One thing, at least, besides the grain elevator. Sell Montana to Canada for $1 trillion to erase national debt. Woo, let's go. One is signed, only 99 more. Montana is literally useless. Just tell Canada that it has beavers or something. This is not a horrible idea. I don't think Canada has $1 trillion though. What am I talking about? That's only half their salary. Okay, just let's do it. When people say I'm from Yorkshire, they mean I'm English. When people say I'm from Midland, they mean I'm English. When people say I'm from London, they mean I am not a person worth talking to. You know, I didn't get memes like this just a couple weeks ago until I visited London again recently. I kind of had one of these moments. I feel like if the Avengers were real, we'd really hate them. Watching Hulk throw your car at the villain and miss. Like, I get if my $40,000 F-150 was used to bash Thanos in the face. Like, alright, it got totaled for a good cost. But bro, like, you can't miss. Come on. And big thanks to my patrons this month. Drew, I'm your dad, back with the milk. Look outside. KirinoIsBestGirl. The clone's training is complete and is
Fredrik
Tibblin,
Tibblin,
without
Australia
is real. I am not a paid
The
actor.
GreatRalphy.
Traven's annoying friend. Sebby, if you hear this, I love you.
GoodOldRyah.
The Mexican 76510.
RyeThePie.
RyeThePie.
Carmel
LuxembourgLover. And why am I doing this?